Hello, everybody. This is Patrick from TCG Source, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a deck profile on the Harpie OTK video that I did, and this was requested by one of our somebody commented on the video I did actually and wanted a deck profile for this, so I thought I'd make a quick video about it. So we're just going to do a quick run through of everything. I did update it from the last time I played it, so um, first of all, we're running 3 Harpie Queen. Obviously, you search out the field spell. It's got a high attack, and it's just a really good card in general. Harpie Chandler, 3 of those. Definitely makes a deck. This is what makes this deck good, in my opinion. The special summons for days into Big Eye or Draco Sack. Triple Harpie Lady 1. I prefer this card over Cyber Harpie Lady because of the simple fact that it adds the 300 attack boost to all wind type monsters, and that to me is just more worthwhile. 2 Harpie Dancer to bounce back things, to pop aggro with the field spell. This is a good card in my opinion. I like to be able to save certain resources that I didn't want to use. Let's say I wanted to bounce back a Harpie Chandler or something like that. I would use Harpie Dancer to do that. 1 Harpie's Pet Dragon. I feel like you only need 1 in this deck because you'd only like to search it out with this card. And there's other cards like this in the future that do help out with summoning your level 7 monsters along with this. And her level automatically goes to 7 when you have a dragon monster on the field. So we have 2 Summoner Monk. He's just super duper good, and he automatically goes in defense position when he summons, so that's a really cool thing. And there's a lot of spells in this deck that can be discarded and be recycled and things like that, so definitely a good card. Blackwing Zephyros the Elite. I play 1. Obviously, you can only use his effect once per duel, and he's just a really good card to be bouncing back things like Hysteric Party and Fiendish Chain, things like that. 1 Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms. Obviously, this card runs around wind, and why wouldn't you play a Dragon Ruler if you could, right? 1 Elegant Egotist. I feel like you only need to play 1 since this card searches it out, and yeah, that's basically the only reason why I play 1. Harpie's Hunting Ground, and also this card recycles it. Harpie's Hunting Ground, we run 3 of those. It adds an attack boost and it lets you pop your opponent's back row. And if you don't want to pop your own back row or this card, you can easily just destroy itself. It is a mandatory effect, so use it or not, but I think it is a cool card to use. Hysteric Sign, probably one of the best cards in the deck. Allows you to recycle this hundreds and hundreds of times if you'd like. And then when it's sent to the graveyard, it obviously lets you search out these Harpie ladies here and add them to your hand, which is really cool. Triple Upstart Goblin, mainly for Summoner Monk, unless you need that draw power. This is also to be used with Summoner Monk. Swallow's Nest, if you did watch the video, Swallow's Nest is a really good card, and it lets you get an extra attack in during the battle phase, and lets you pop more back row, things like that. Swallow's Nest is definitely a good card, and it lets you swap out Wing Beast type monsters if they're about to be destroyed. Obviously, Regeki for a good reason. Book of Moon I still think is pretty relevant, so I left it in this deck. Hysteric Party to kind of go for some pushback plays in case your opponent is trying to overextend. You could easily go for some quick Xyz plays and try to save the game for yourself. Bottomless Trap Hole, you never know when you're going to be facing some pendulums, and it's just a really good card. I don't see why you wouldn't run it. I run Mirror Force in this deck over Deep Prison because I feel like I would rather destroy all attack position monsters unless they can't be destroyed. But if that's the case, I would probably just 101 or Castiel it anyway. So Mirror Force to me, I still like it, and I prefer it over Deep Prison. But again, this is just a deck profile. You can switch up any cards you'd like. Compulse, obvious reasons. Solemn Warning again. Fiendish Chain. I don't really use this card too much anymore, but I feel like in this deck it really works, especially with Zephyros. It just lets you bounce it back to your hand, and negating your opponent's effect in the game nowadays is just really helps. Alright, so now we go on to extra deck. I didn't make a side deck because I didn't think it was really that important. So we have 1 Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. We have 1 Kestel the Sky Blaster Musketeer for obvious reasons. 101 Silent Honor Arc, again, obvious. Number 11 Big Eye, take control of your opponent's monsters. Double Draco Sack, because this is probably your main card to go for. It is a great card still to this day. It may have gone down in value, but it doesn't make it any less good. Lightning Chidori, this card is actually pretty awesome in this deck. I love using this card when I can. Abyss Dweller to negate those graveyard effects. Exciton Knight to wipe that field whenever you need it. Ice Beast Zerifying to push for game. Now this card is pretty important because it gains 300 attack for every face-up card that gets negated or currently on the field, but you still negate all the effects of face-up cards your opponent currently controls, which is still a pretty good effect. And they're applied until your next standby phase. So this card is super duper good, especially in this deck. This is basically you're going for game right here. So this is a good card. I got Cowboy to get over those walls. Sometimes you need to do that, and maybe you need to burn your opponent for 16 life points or 800 life points. Comes in handy. Queen Dragon Jin to bring back our Harpie Pet Dragon and our Tempest. Still a pretty powerful card in any case, so this is a really good card. And Lavalval Chain to top deck into Chandler, send Tempest to the graveyard, things like that. This card is good in a lot of decks anyway, so why not run it here? So thank you so much for watching my deck profile. Feel free to make some changes or suggest what you think I should add or what you think I should take out. I would love to hear it. And thank you again so much for watching. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe for more videos here at TCG Source. And thank you to the person that I can't remember the name of, but I will put in the video somewhere here. The person that commented on the last video that wanted me to do a deck profile for this. Thank you for that. You're awesome. I love hearing from you guys and hearing you guys is like whether you want me to make a deck profile of something or not. I feel important that way. Again, thank you so much for watching, and you guys all stay lucky. Bye bye.